Is this the new Charlie's Angels? Season 2 of this spy caper cranks up the WTF factor several notches for a thrilling, fast-paced frolic that leave you exhilarated. The Flight Attendant is HBO's first big hit, one which got Kaley Cuoco her well-deserved Emmy nomination, so sit back as we give you an honest review of the show's second season. The Flight Attendant first season was understated, to say the least. For those who are late to the party, you've missed quite a lot. Kaley Cuoco smashes her portrayal of Casey, a hard-drinking flight attendant who wakes up in a hotel room with the mother of all hangovers and no memory of what had gone down the night before. Fortunately, Alex, the man she'd been having sex with, was around to help refresh her memory. But guess what? He was actually dead and interacting with her largely through weird psychedelic flashbacks. Things get messy real soon with the FBI and CIA getting involved, but the show is also really fun. Cuoco's performance as Casey was one of this year's best. And despite moments where the sheer excess of it all threatened to tip into silliness, it's a hugely entertaining show with some clever, insightful explorations of a messy psyche. It did, however, neatly resolve the mystery of what happened to Alex, leaving the show's inevitable return with a conundrum. How will Casey get herself into another horrible mess, and how soon will they be able to get her there? The answer, based on its opening double bill, is to turn the dial up as high as it will go, then nudge it even higher. It works, yet the amount of crazy moments gradually dulls the impact. You had one job, Casey. Casey has moved from New York to Los Angeles, where she attends Alcoholics Anonymous. We see that she's been sober since the whole debacle with the dead lover in the bedsheets turned her life upside down a year ago. This provides both a bright change of scenery and the possibility of a mature Casey dealing with her problems. But the flight attendant would be nothing if it weren't for the hijinks. And one relic from the first season is Casey's side job as a CIA asset. She's given a mark in Berlin, told to report on him without getting too involved when she flies to Europe. Surprise, surprise, she can't help but become engaged right away, and she soon finds herself in the heart of what appears to be a modern-day version of Charlie's Angels. The showrunners know precisely which buttons to push in order to excite us, and it's thrilling to see Casey chase her target around the city, only for it to finish in a major plot twist. Now, double the drama. If you thought the first season was a little exaggerated, then let us tell you that this season pushes things to a whole new level. Sober Cassie is chatting with incarnations of her old self, including Party Cassie, Depressive Cassie, and even Teenage Cassie, who all pop into a version of reality that exists in her imagination to prod her into behaving better or worse than she's capable of. If this depiction of a split self isn't literal enough, there's also a Casey lookalike in real life, who may or may not have stolen her identity in bags and is impersonating her to commit awful things. Now add a Bond-style plot about the CIA to this pot of bubbling hot mess. Enter Cheryl Hines, a powerful woman who has recently learned of Casey's work with the agency. She isn't overjoyed with the thought of Cassie as a resource, and she delivers pastoral care that appears to be terribly evil beneath the surface. Then there's Rosie Perez as Megan, who's living as a wild man while sending emoji codes via Snapchat to her estranged kid. Mae Martin also joins the cast as Grace, a new flight attendant who is a whiz at sourdough and charitable drug peddling, but is highly likely to be hiding a secret identity beneath her baking passion. Since his debut in season 1, CIA agent undercover as flight attendant Shane West has been a highlight. Shane, played a singer and actor, Griffin Matthews, has the best reactions and insights into Casey Bowen's tumultuous existence. Shane's involvement has been increasing. He was usually around having a good time, but paying attention, and luckily he was at the disposal of the stewardess who is addicted to pandemonium and crimes. He turned out to be an undercover agent following Megan Briscoe, who was really worried and Casey's friend. He continues to try to find Megan in the second season, but he's now more focused on Casey. And he may have, spoiler alert, become another victim of the wave of fatalities that constantly seem to surround our heroine. Take a bow, Cuoco. Cuoco's performance as Cassie, which continues to anchor things admirably, is crucial to bringing all of this together and pulling it off. She has a Jennifer Aniston-like exuberance that makes you forgive Cassie's many mistakes and keeps you pulling for her, even when she constantly demonstrates why the government wouldn't trust her to send a Christmas card, let alone a delicate international operation. The utilization of sequences that take place within Cassie's awareness, dubbed Mind Palace, scenes by the creative creative team is one of the show's most inventive tactics. Cassie appears to be zoning out in real time, but she's actually trapped in her own mind, always in the same room and having discussions with other individuals who are merely different versions of her own mind. Like when she had a conversation with her dead one-night stand in the first season while she tried to solve his murder, and this season, she has to deal with judgmental versions of herself. You should brace yourself for the giddiness, given the style of presentation, which is fizzy and snappy, frequently presenting numerous versions of the same action on screen at the same time. But if a silly espionage show with explosions, secret spies, worldwide travel, and a lady having repeated conversations in her head with multiple versions of herself can't make you happy, what can? So, what do fans think? Some fans are hooked, while others aren't moved. It appears that the second season's flight didn't go down well with the viewers. Kaley Cuoco's flawless performance, on the other hand, appears to have won enough hearts to spark a discussion over the show's conclusion. Created by Steve Yockey, based on Chris Bouillon's 2018 novel of the same name, fans finally got to see Cassie's doppelganger mystery solved in the season's finale. Fans were also live tweeting their meltdowns while watching the season finale. I saw the Flight Attendant finale this morning and I'm upset it's over. I love the show and characters so much, one Twitter user commented, referring to the show's lackluster end. We've even got celebrities hooked on the show. Recently, Elizabeth Olsen was gushing over how pretty Kaley Cuoco is, even zoomed in. Fans also feel like season 2 was trying to achieve a bit too much after seeing the ending. Also, can we talk about Shane again? Griffin has garnered admirers all around the world as Shane West, who is more than Cassie's best friend, but a partner with a relationship and empathy that is actually a lovely friendship. For the record, we adore him. Guests from the comedy world appear in this season, which the fans loved as it gave the show a fresh new feel. Grace, played by Mae Martin, is a fellow flight attendant who's unaware of Cassie's alcoholic past. He was recommended by executive producer Sarah Schechter, who's a major fan of their Netflix program, Feel Good, in which Martin plays a recovered addict whose life is completely out of control. Grace, on the other hand, keeps her place pristine and appears to be more menacing than amusing. Margaret Cho, who Yockey describes as the perfect candidate for a Korean black market tuna impresario who resides in Iceland, is another popular character with fans. Her characters in a pseudo-romantic connection with Megan Briscoe, played by Rosie Perez, Cassie's former co-worker from the first season, who has been hiding out in Iceland for a year after selling secrets to the North Koreans. Also, she's right up there on our list of favorites on the show. Dropped a bomb there, Cuoco. Hold your breath for this one. In an interview following the finale of season 2, Kaley Cuoco revealed that she isn't planning on returning to the Flight Attendant, at least not anytime soon. The actor's explanation is straightforward. She doesn't believe the series can go to more new places. The actress also confessed that the decision to renew the show for a third season isn't entirely hers. The fact that Cuoco's decision to step back looks to be non-binding offers a ray of optimism for supporters of the show. There's still reason to think that Cassie will be flying the friendly skies at some point in the future, given the success of the Flight Attendant, and the fact that, as Cuoco pointed out to people, there are plenty of examples of series taking long vacations between seasons. So, fingers crossed. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on season 2 of The Flight Attendant? Are you hoping for season 3? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.